that. Hey everybody, it's Adrian here with Nerd at Heart, and along with me is my co-host
Patrick. As always, great to be here. Great to see you guys.
So we're back with another episode, and again, we're back, guys. It's been a little while. We have a whole bunch of stuff coming out, a lot of great shows coming up, a lot of interviews that currently I am still editing, and I apologize that it takes a long time. But unfortunately, that's just the nature of the biz. So we're going to get those out, but we haven't done one of these in quite a while, so we thought it'd be a good idea to go ahead and just do one and just talk about general news. Patrick, how have you been doing lately?
I've been doing really good, man. I mean, honestly, we've been seeing a little bit of a slowdown in some stuff. I mean, there hasn't been as many news, which, so we've been doing more interviews, which is really nice. We're able to connect more with the fans, and I think that's a great thing because then they bring us stuff that they're excited about. But other than that, I mean, like I said, I've been pretty good. Still collecting my books, comics, and figures for Star Wars. But how have you been, man? I know you've been busy. You've been running around.
Well, you know what? I honestly, it's been pretty good. I'm a little tired just running around, but I've got a lot of things, kind of brewing for us, for Nerd at Heart in general, that I'm really excited about, and hopefully just keep kind of building on those. So I started reaching out to some of the local businesses here. So then hopefully we'll be having some episodes where we'll be talking about people about their interests, and maybe get a couple of little episodes here and there. Little experimental time for us.
Yeah. So. I mean, and it's always great to, get in contact with the local population around us and see their interests, local small businesses, because they usually have, very exclusive hobbies that they cater to. And I know, like, we're trying to get in contact with the Ghostbusters chapter. We're trying to get in contact with the 501st chapter of Columbia. I mean, we've got a lot of people that, hopefully are in the pipeline. And as always, we're not forgetting about you guys, the fans. Without you, none of this would be possible. Currently, we are at 665 people on the Facebook group. I want to point out, like, this is a huge milestone for us. Like, when me and Adrian started this thing back in August, I mean, it hasn't even been a year, and we're steadily climbing. I mean, we're over halfway to 1,000. So let's keep building, let's keep going, and let's all, get more Nerd at Heart as best we can.
Yeah, and thanks a lot, guys. Without you guys, there'd be no reason to do the show. Please also subscribe to the YouTube channel. We're going to try to get a little bit more social, as it were, but it requires a lot of attention and a lot of time, and trying to divide that up is a little difficult, but we're going to try to make it work for you guys. But at least we can keep getting the content rolling, keep putting things out for you. And if you want to see anything, always message us either on Facebook. Facebook is the best place. You can also message us on nerdatheartfriends@gmail.com. That's NERDATHARTFRIENDS@gmail.com. Okay. I'll put it up there, guys. Just look at it. Don't trust me, okay? And when it comes to the spelling. But, I think I was pretty close.
Yeah, you were close.
That's a lot of letters.
Yeah.
But but the thing is you guys make it possible, and we're really excited. You might be able to see us occasionally at a couple of shows here and there. So really looking forward to seeing you guys out on the street. And I've got a list that I'm still running off of. So I apologize for people who are waiting to be contacted to get the interview, but we will get to you guys, as soon as we can.
Yeah. So, I mean, it's, we gotta work through the list, people. I mean, there's still people we interviewed at this point, like a month or two ago, and we still haven't released their videos.
People I interviewed, it says October.
Yeah.
And I
Yeah, it's been a
released
while,
one of
guys.
those. If you haven't seen the interview with Andy yet, I highly suggest it. Andy is a fantastic raconteur. He is a wonderful person to talk to, and more will be coming from him. And also Norman, who is another person I know, or friend of mine from Abu Dhabi. You know, back in my old days when I stomped around there, he's a really great guy. He's got some fantastic things that he wants to express, especially about role playing. Anyways, you know, these guys are going to have their episodes. They're going to come out sometime soon. And a couple other people as well. So we have Cody and we have Brandolin. So they'll be coming out with an episode as well. Or
Episode
two,
each.
you know, try to make it digestible. All right, guys. Well, let's just kind of talk about a little bit about the news that's kind of news to us.
Yes, there is a new book coming out. You know me, as always, big Star Wars fan. It's called Star Wars: The Bad Batch Sanctuary. For any of y'all, The Bad Batch ended last year. I want to say around April and May. It ended in May. It ended in May last year. It went out on season 3. It was really good. So we just got an announcement. They're doing a book. Now there was a lot of love for this book, man. There was a lot of love at first. They were like, "Hey, we're coming out with a Bad Batch novel," and everybody was like, "Oh wow, Bad Batch!" Oh, and then they came out with a plot synopsis. The book is up for pre-order right now on Amazon, Barnes & Noble, anywhere you get your books. It's up for pre-order. It will be coming out, I believe, August 8th of this year. So you've got a couple of months if you want to wait to pre-order it. You know, and you can, again, get that Amazon, Barnes & Noble, anywhere. But the plot synopsis basically is it takes place in the middle of season 2, near the end, between episodes 13 and 14. Now, I'm going to tell you, man, honestly, like when I heard Bad Batch novel, I was really excited because me personally, I thought it was going to come out during the Clone Wars. Like that's when the novel would take place, and it'd be like a mission that, you know, the Bad Batch goes on. And I'm honestly really surprised they're doing this in the middle of a season. Well, in the middle of the middle season, because the Bad Batch only got 3 seasons. So a lot of the hype that was surrounding the book has really died down. Like, because people were on the same mind, you know, they were on the same playing field as me, where they were thinking, oh, sweet, it's going to be a Bad Batch Clone Wars novel. Not at all. It's taking place in the middle. So what do you think about that? I mean, do you think that's a smart move for them to do?
No, not at all. But you know, it's just because if I want Bad Batch, I want content from the Bad Batch that means something, you know, because to me, you know that ultimately whatever it is they write in this story, it is going to have little to no consequence to the overall storyline.
Yeah.
You know, it will not affect what happens or what has happened in the Bad Batch series. Maybe in the end, maybe it is what it is. It's just a book that allows you to get to go on one more mission with Hunter, Wrecker,
Tech, and Omega.
Yeah, I had to. Omega. You know, so it's just another opportunity to get to play with the characters again, but at the same time, to what end? And I think that's what's going to disappoint people. But the thing is, it doesn't mean it's going to be a bad book to read. It just means that it's going to be, if anything, you know, impotent.
Yeah, I mean, I agree with you because, you know, spoilers for those of you who don't know. I mean, Tech, officially, as we're speaking right now, is dead. I mean, he dies at the end of the 2nd season in the Bad Batch. This book's going to take place 3 episodes before that. So it's like you're saying, it really is one last adventure with Tech. Yeah. But even then, you're not getting the full Bad Batch because Crosshair's locked up.
Yeah.
In you know, the Imperial Mount Tantus facility.
Yeah.
So I mean, to be honest and fair, like I agree with you. I mean, it's not going to affect anything. We already know how the Bad Batch ends. We already know what they're going through. The way I see it, this is probably going to jump between chapters. So you're going to see Crosshair getting interrogated by the Empire, and then you're going to see Hunter, Wrecker, Omega, and Tech going about some kind of mission they're doing, because this takes place after the tsunami episode where they find the little island of people, Pabu.
Yeah.
So I mean, me personally, I mean, I'm still excited. It's a new book.
Yeah.
I love the Bad Batch. It takes place during the Empire, so I'm all for it.
Yeah.
Anything during the Empire, I'm like, oh yeah, sign me up.
And I would also say it's definitely going to be more interesting than a Vanestra Rowe book or a Jackie and Yord book. Yord, is it Yord? Yeah, Yord book.
Yeah.
I mean, because if you want to talk about inconsequential, what happens to those people?
About that. So the Vanestra book, that's coming out May 6th of this year. So a little bit before the Bad Batch. It's Star Wars Wayseeker. And that takes place from Vanestra Rowe and Jedi Master Indara, so Carrie-Anne Moss's character from The Acolyte. And for those, that don't know, Carrie-Anne Moss's character dies within like the first 5 minutes of Acolyte. And this book takes place 20 years beforehand. And the show's been canceled. I mean, as much as they want it to come back, I'm like, I wouldn't have dropped a book for this.
Yeah.
You couldn't have paid me enough to do a book for this. And honestly, I feel like the Acolyte people, look, if you want to show you want more Acolyte, you need to go buy this book. I mean, this book needs to be flying off the shelves if you want to show Lucasfilm, show Disney that the Acolyte is still a viable source. Like, because this book is literally a prequel novel to it.
Don't give them any ideas.
Yeah, this book needs to fly off the shelves. Same with the Yord and Jecki book. I mean, bookstores need to have a problem keeping it in stock. I mean, in all seriousness, if you want to try and build a fire to get the Acolyte brought back, this is going to be one of your battles to do it. If you guys are serious about it, I mean, hey, May 6th for the Wayseeker book, and it's July 29th for the Yord and Jecki book. Pre-orders are open for both. So I mean, the ball's in your court at this point. But I mean, that's the first thing I wanted to talk about was, the Bad Batch novel and just my thoughts on it. I'm like, I'm gonna pick it up. It's canon, takes place during the Empire, but at the same time, I don't expect to get a lot out of it.